Oh, hey guys. Well, I see we're still here. We're looking a little dark today. Not sure why. I don't have a production. pro- I'm going to have a problem this morning, aren't I? See, I like to pretend it's really Thursday instead of Monday and not wake up until Friday. That's right. Entertainment purposes only, and I'll be here all week. I hope everybody missed me yesterday. I ended up having to take the day off between this, that, and everything. I had to. We'll put it that way. So, um, and Robert even cooked dinner for us. So I mean, he took care of all that for me. So I'm back. No, you in the back. It's not that funny. It will be. It will be. I promise. Couldn't get to my tissue this morning, so my allergies are going between back and forth between my eyes to my nose. Yes, they're powerfully running about faster than I am, which really isn't that hard to do. So I went through today's current events. As usual, I'm still appalled because if it isn't biblical, it's somebody talking about who did what to who on some political nonsense. And so this is why I play a little music in the background. And yes, I know if I turn sideways, I look 92. Get over it. I'll be here all week. Hit that button that says like, with the thumb. And then there's a little bell. I want you to strike that little bell. That means you're a subscriber and you can catch me at any time. I wanted to remind all of my family and friends, which is basically my husband's family, that this you have to load Lime, or actually you don't have to. If you want to, YouTube is free. You can download it to any of your. It's an app. You can load it to your phone, anything. Just type in YouTube, and you'll give it a password, and you're in like Flynn. And then you can catch me with the subscription, and it'll pull me right up. If it's midnight, you'll still see what I put in the can that day. I try not to take a day off. I try to go anywhere from 10 to noon, and that's my spot. And this is my channel. Welcome all you hippies. There's a friend of ours, a miss, well, I can't really say her name, but she's Native American. This is my husband on the chieftain line, and she's made some wonderful things, some jewelry and so forth. So I can't wait to start purchasing things from her. Shout out, you know who you are, man. You know who you are. Respect. Yeah, feel me? Okay. Let's see what we got up here. Oh, we got a country boy that makes songs for his mama. You gotta love that. I mean, even if they weren't any good, I'd have to love that. I only have one child. Well, I have a stepdaughter too. She is my daughter, but you can't take the place of a mother. And unfortunately, her mother has passed, but she's still the daughter I've ever had. She's a great girl, beautiful, beautiful girl. She's a nurse. My son is like his mother. He's got those clearances that go through the roof and is on the base. And luckily for him, he's not, well, until this coming week, I think it was, he was always at the base, the same base. I ran everything, running around the world with a kid. Fun. You got to try that. No, I'm lying. Don't do that. I don't care if they're 15 leaving home. I did do my radio check, so you may still hear me a little bit louder than normal, but I keep having to turn it up. Well, there you go. You can see the microphone. I mean, I can just hunch, right? I don't know. I'm in that kind of a mood. I know it's a Monday, but like I said, I like to pretend it's Thursday. So I get to Thursday. Okay. Oh, I love these Medicaid commercials because those puppies will run 3.5 hours, and finally they'll say, "Are you watching?" You put up a video on there saying music video. I don't care what kind of video, paranormal music, whatever. In 12 seconds, it's going to come up and say, "Are you still watching?" Let that puppy be on Medicaid. That sucker be there all day. I know for a fact. I'm telling you, I tried it. It's like getting your husbands to help with stuff. They're great outdoors. I gotta give them that. And my husband has 400 things he's trying to juggle at once, all the time. Between his boat and the new RV and getting the other V emptied. And my husband gathers a lot of stuff. Most call that hoarding, but it's not. It's tools and equipment that he has to use. And it takes up a lot of space. And right now we have the two china cabinets and the beautiful table he made outside in our regular shed, which it looks like a barn. I just call it the barn. I love that one. I think we paid only 6,000 for it, but it's my favorite. And then we have another aluminum one on the other side. We have a lot of property on the other side, and then believe it or not, it holds our umbrellas for a. Well, I used to. Baby used to always put me a I forget what they call it, a gazebo. It's cloth, and he always used to put one up for me. And we didn't have a lot of company even then, but he knew I loved my gazebo because that was the shade I needed. I can't get a lot of sun, obviously, with the red hair, that's not going to go anyway. But in particular, because I take so much medications, because they can't cure shit. There's a whole lot more money in that stuff if you just give them a pill. What do you think? I love that too. People, they're told they have cancer, and they run right into chemotherapy. It's breaking my heart about Princess Catherine. It's scaring the heck out of me. Her deceased mother-in-law would have loved this girl. Queen Elizabeth II loved this girl and left her kingdom in the hands of her son, who was 72 or 3. I think he was 74 when he was coronated, but they knew that William, his son, would be the next king. I don't know if they knew he'd be the last king, as prophesied. And now my Catherine, who I adore, one of the most beautiful, graceful women besides Donald Trump's wife, Melania or Melonia. I like Melania, but either way, she still blows. I mean, side by side is 1 and 2, and that's a short 1 and 2 because they're both gorgeous, classy ladies, and there's not too many of those. Thank you, all applauses and welcome. Yes, I am one of those ladies. This is why I said it's entertainment purposes only, and I'd only be here most of this week. So we've all managed to get through several holidays. I also notice I'm fidgeting with my face a lot, glasses, my face. I've been watching some profile things on the FBI. And just a heads up, ladies, when your husbands start arguments with you, it's because they want to go somewhere and they don't want you to have a problem with them going. It also means when they're screaming, they're lying out their ass. So just heads up, ladies. I'm sure you figured that out for yourself. I didn't until after the second husband. So, there are some stories that would cry your hair. I'm telling you what. I found today that I don't know what's going on anymore. People are actually, I mean, it's terrible that the IDF killed the aid workers. They did not mean to do so. It's still a horrific tragedy. Yes, it is. These are just, they're not armed. They're not in a conflict. They're there just to bring flour or water. And you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was horrific. But I give the IDF credit. They actually stood up and said they did it. They didn't mean to at all, but they stood forth and took the censure and admitted their complicity in this, and that it was a very huge mistake, and they were very sorry. They didn't do like Russia and go, we don't know nothing about that shit. I love that. Put the cannon out there. Remember, nobody remembers the plane that the Ukraine shot down. It was the Ukraine, by the way, that shot down a civilian airliner full of 347 people. 347. Look it up. Google's got everything. I'm tired of dropping stuff. Look it up. Look up plane hit by missile, uh, side by side missile, but it wasn't. It was a battery of missiles. But yeah, they took out a civilian freaking plane. Well, now it was really the Russians, but they blamed. It's just ridiculous. But they blame the Ukrainians. So I don't give a crap who did it. Somebody did a terrible thing and killed nearly 400 folk, and nobody paid for it. I mean, nobody went to jail. Nobody got called up. Nothing. Just like this crap with the Boeing Airlines. I'm sorry, guys. I could drop these videos all day long, but I don't see the point of being on air if I'm just going to drop videos of somebody else. Y'all want to know? Send me a link. I will definitely drop it. I'll talk about it till your ears fall off. But in the meantime, I'm all you got. This is why it's called Lady Hippie at the Bar. Yeah, I'm a hippie. I'm a true hippie. You put an IE in when you spell hippie, you ain't a hippie. I'm just saying. You might be 19. Think you a hippie? That shit done sale, bitch. Gone. Gone. If you a real hippie, you're my age. And don't guess, guys. I know where you live. I see more and more people are freaking out about this. It's today, the eclipse of April the 8th. Again, today. Me, I won't even notice it because I'm going to be here paying bills and receipts. And yeah, I hate accounting. I've run accounting several times in my day. Uh, Back when you had carbon paper, you didn't have a copier. You had carbon paper. For those who might know what that is. And I'd be typing up stuff from the doctors. If you made a mistake, you could never get it off of it. I got to work, put an X over that sucker, and went to the next letter. Because all you did with the eraser was put a hole. But that's actually pretty good. I could do 148 with zero. Another one, I could do 148 words a minute with zero mistakes. I was young and I loved it. Because I had learned on a manual typewriter without any numbers, letters, whatever on it. There was the one on the board I could, memorize, but that's how I learned to type. So if I look at my hands, I go crazy. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why that happens, but I make sure that I don't do that when I'm typing because again, it comes out gobbledygook. So the nails have to come off and be cut down, whichever is the case recently because I haven't had any need for speed yet. I always wanted to say that. And I enjoyed that movie. That's a great movie. I love Keanu. There's not a more totally awesome dude, I don't think, besides Viggo Mortensen that takes care of the crew. And he'll go in, he'll buy hamburgers and come back out and sit next to the homeless guy and they'll eat and talk. And he's had several tragedies in his life, and he's never brought them to the forefront. Those were always private, always private. He lost his child, he lost his wife, he lost his sister, he lost his mother, all within a couple of years. I mean, back to back to back to back. We've had that, and there's just no way to recover. By the time you're starting to smile again and feel guilty, there's another one. And you're like, Lord, why didn't you take me? I'm 60 something. This 18-year-old child. You never understand it. I mean, I never have, never will. And I've been investigating the paranormal since I was 9 years old. And that's a good story, but it takes a long time. So, didn't see anything. Don't watch politics. That shit don't bother me. It shouldn't bother any of you because you're standing out there with flags and stuff. Then you go in there and swish that card. What the hell for? You are lit up. So the space shuttle could tell who you were voting for, or is it I am anyway? Yeah, you could tell from space. If you guys want a private ballot for one, it don't count. Just saying. Look it up. Don't think I don't want to hate mail. Look it up. I would give you a link, but I think every one of us know how to use Google. Now you type in two little letters and it pulls up 15 things in there, what you're looking for, and you click on it. You don't have to look hard. I've been on this puppy since AOL. Even my grandson says, Grandma, you've got a dinosaur in here because I have the old PC type thing with the tower, but it's not a big monitor like the big white ones. It's a smaller one, but it's still, prior to 2010. And I love that thing. I love to get up there and play people. I'm trying to beat Robert's score. I have to have him make margaritas to see if I can beat him again. So again, nothing on the politics route because I don't like it. I didn't see anything in current events Again, I may not like it. I'm not sure. I couldn't find nothing, and which always annoys me now. And uh, all I saw was at least the weather's going to be nice. You got to take happy where you can find it, you know. Mm. And my coffee came out incredibly delicious. And no, I am not. I should have, but I did not add any Irish cream to my coffees to my detriment. Robert always, my husband Robert, he always makes sure he's a very good guy. He always makes sure that I have everything I need. Now, today he's got to go out and help a friend take down trees, which means I will be worried stupid until I hear from him. Because I can't watch when they do this crap. You know, Robert can do anything, but he's coming up on 70. And so I can't go and watch because I would freak out. So today I will stay at home and balance paperwork and check all of my receipts and try to get things going. I got a few bills to finish off for the month. Oh, yay. I hate this day. I was actually an accountant. Actually, totally an accountant only once. QuickBooks had just come out for those of you who use it. It's well used and it's a good system. And we were taking care of $1 million accounts. So I was just kind of thrown into that one because I hate math. I hate all that stuff. Thank God the computer eventually did it for me. Every once in a while I have a problem because most people who are billionaires and millionaires or whatever, yeah, they get all kinds of tax loads. Those things used to throw me for a loop. I used to go, what the, because they just got a $3,000 return. We couldn't get a $20 return. And I'm like, and they're punching on the calculator. It can't be right. We didn't days actually used a calculator, and I had to be as good as with the calculator as I was with the typewriter as part of the test to be accepted. And so, and you can't look at it either. But I had used a calculator like that for 20 years when I went for that job. So, no problem. I just kept thinking, how the hell did they get that bad? I went on July vacation, came back. She had hired somebody else. I'm like, you knew I was going for the 4th of July. Well, it's tax season, so you're not working here. Well, she was a great nice lady. Yeah, she was. At least the bitch got her comeuppance before I left. I got to see that. She had no business after that. Within about 3 or 4 weeks of my return, she had a business. You don't need ugly. You just don't. She was notified of those 2 days 3 months early. And we had gone and met our son and all that. I'm not sorry I went. She could have opened her bitch mouth and said so. She didn't bother. They put my shit in a box. Only time it ever happened to me, but I did slap the piss out of her. I might have pounded my car a few times till my wrist hurt. My husband had to treat that, but I did not hit her. Bitch. I knew God would give her what she was looking for. She was looking for an ass kicking, and she deserved it. You know, there's only 2 people in there. That was me, that was her. When I went for my 2 days off and came back, suddenly there's 4 people. It took her 3 people to replace me and paid me peanuts and never gave me 40 hours. So, like, yeah, God don't like ugly. Mm, mm. I did see that Turkey is still trying to dig out from another earthquake. I mean, at what point do we all go, damn? What the hell? I mean, go, didn't we see this in Revelation chapter 2? I mean, I've seen camels floating by. I've seen locusts. I've seen the crane fall onto the cube, the mastaba, I think they call it. Um, Nothing like that in Jerusalem, but Mecca, which is their second holiest, I believe. You can check me on that. I'm old. I might have got past me on the date. This is why I keep saying, I was going to dump videos in here and do the picture in a picture or whatever. But to me, it's theft. I mean, these guys load them up and they get views. They get even me. And I am a subscriber to many of them because it's free. Um, Yeah, free is good. You're on a fixed income, you're on top of free. I mean, you all over free. Free? Huh? What? I can hear somebody say free three kinds of way. I'm next to them go, huh? My parents lived through the Depressions, World War One, World War Two, Korea, Vietnam. After Nam, we had that bit of a period where we had peace. That's when I served in the military as the first of company of women to train with the men. They had disbanded, did the WAC court. So that was an interesting time. But they lived through all of that. That's why I pointed out. And I mean, they still, even up to the day they died, maintained their own garden of everything. I mean, potatoes, tomatoes, anything that could grow, green beans, peas, onions, tomatoes. I mean, they had all of that, you know. And Daddy could grow some. He could grow some stuff. Well, in the house we lived in when I was growing up, and they gave that we were on the top. Well, we were on the front page of the magazine Parade. In case anybody wants to check, you'll see me. I think it was 68 or 67. You'll have to look. We'd been adopted. I was 9 years old, so it's probably 68. That's when I would have been 9. And it's hard to find because Parade's not actively out there anymore. But Parade used to be in every paper. I mean, it wasn't worldwide, but it was countrywide. And I mean, I came home from vacation, and my friends are running at me with this paper. We were on the. Who knew? I mean, I was 9. That'd be on the front page. My brother hated it. I don't even know if there's a picture in there of him. I thought there was one of him by the slide, but I can't find mine, which means I probably lost it somewhere along 1 to 15 moves. But yeah, so that was because they had started the program where they could pay the poorer people if they could, adopt. We'll pay you so X amount until they're 18. So they adopted me and my sister, which was another story I need to talk to you about. I have a lot of them, really. I'll be here all week. Yeah, it's a threat. I don't know what makes me. For some reason, it feels so funny to sit here and talk to you guys. And I understand now how the anchor people feel. Well, how that maybe they used to feel on the news. Now they're just political talking heads. I mean, you click on it in 5 seconds, then you're out. If I even see one that looks like CNN, I've thrown holy water in a match at that puppy. I've been saying for 20 years they're dirty. They're dirty, and that's not the news. I think a couple of people are listening to me or us. Mm. For those of you who do not get YouTube, I need to make something clearly understood. YouTube is free. It's a free app. So if you want YouTube, and you don't have to see me, I usually throw it out on Facebook. I'm guilty. I've been busy. I haven't done a couple of them. I'll try to catch up. I can't promise that either. I got Tom Chat in. Who we got here? Hey, Clive. What's up, dude? Yeah, I got it on microphone, so God knows what you'll get here. I'm looking. Oh, thank you for that. No, I don't have a Patreon channel just yet. I got to get 1,000 subscribers, and then I'll have it. So I appreciate you more than I can tell you. Right now, I can only tell you and use my microphone because I didn't have my other system set up. And there it goes. There he goes. It runs right up. So I hope you got what I was telling you. That's why I engaged the microphone for the live chat. See, so I broadcast through my Chromebook, and all my equipment my son bought me for Christmas, and my husband bought me the rest. He bought me a whole set. There was my son did too, and his is great. I'm using his for those who I'll be interviewing. Don't you know, Cat Williams is just banging on my door. So could you imagine? I think I'd wet my pants if I could see Cat Williams. He's totally on my bucket list, as they say. If he did throw, I know he did one in Atlanta, and I didn't go because that is a fur piece for me with my back injury. So um, I was hoping he'd come to Augusta to the Jim Brown Arena, and I could do that. Yeah, I'm best if I'm standing up until I can't. If I start shaking, I fought the pain too long. It's time for me to, to retire for the day. So that would be awesome. If you're out there, Cat Williams, hey, love you. So again, back to my explanation. If you want YouTube, you just download it. It's free, and watch it on your phone or whatever. Once it's downloaded, you put in a password. That's what you'll use. Generally, I leave mine open all the time, so I have to keep putting my password in, or I bulk it into my entire systems all around the house. So I can find my phone now if it's outside. I love that. So they're all hooked in naturally, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to hook it to your tablet, to your Chromebook, to your phone. You don't have to do any of that. Just download it, give it a password, and you got YouTube. And you can search for me. It's on the left side of the drop down screen, and you can just put in Lady Hippie, and it's going to give you a lot. Usually, it's me first. It could be the spelling. I don't know, but hippie with me it's the way it was when I was a hippie and in the army. Now, that's a rough one to get around. Again, another story. But yeah, so you can get it free there if you want to see. If you want to watch it live, you can pop in there. It's free. Just do like anything else that you're looking at. And tickle the bell and hit that like button. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys. I'm trying to get to 1,000, and I'm an old woman, so I'm asking for help. Yeah, I had a little cheek there, but my husband says I let my ass overload my. Oh, don't let my mouth overload my ass. So he's a lot of fun, believe it or not. Mm. So, for those of you who want to try the YouTube thing, you can then contact me at any time. It's just live. Uh, but if I'm not actually live when you pick me up, you're not going to be able to get in the live chat. But you can get in the comments. And I check those. I try to check those several times in the afternoon and early evening. I am shocked at how much time I take to do this. I haven't even been on Facebook except long enough to drop one or two of the videos and say, look at this, hit the like. Because I have like several hundred friends. So, but they're Facebook friends, and I'm not so sure if they're really fair weather friends. So I'm trying. I'm getting in there, but it's annoying. And yeah, I tend to make jokes and laugh a lot on something where I'm uncomfortable or I don't want to do it, I guess. So you just have to bear with me. If you tell me you want me to drop something, I'll be glad to drop it. Right now, my only thing is that to me, it's like plagiarism. I'm a, I'm also a published author, and I'd be a little PO'd if somebody used half my book to make a point. You know what I'm saying? To me, I can make the point. If you want to check out the point, I will drop it. But you can also, if you're part of YouTube, you can just search it or whatever, and you'll have it anyway. So, and there's oh hey, hey, Trevor. It's good to see you again. Good to see you, babe. No, what is what? No, no, not yet. No, I don't have 1,000 yet. Love back at you. Uh, well, right now, I have live chat protected because I don't have that many, and I never know. I live in a city that's very close to a base that's very top secret, basically. Even though both my son and my daughter-in-law work there. Uh, I mean, even I got interviewed by him, so I'm used to that. I've had that during my own training, but so I don't want to name them or my granddaughter, who I had at first, and she wanted to too. She wanted to be up here, and I realized you don't want to put a minor on YouTube live. You just don't want to do that. It could be a lot of problems. And she's beautiful. She's like an inch shorter than me, so I'm going. She's like 5'1". I'm hoping I haven't lost that much. I I could use a diet, but I'm rather enjoying it. I've always weighed about less than, even with my son. Okay, I never got over 120. Yeah, I'm over 120. Don't make it a point. So, but I actually feel better, and most of the time, my back is not taking the weight very well, and my doctor's gonna try again to figure out what the heck happened to me. Can't figure it out. I still say it was, and it's the exact same pain I've had since the day I came out of the roller coaster, and my husband grabbed me by the belt to pull me back in, and that was successful. But we were going straight down at that time, so I slammed back against it. He got me down, but I slammed against the seat, and it was like plexiglass. You might as well have been freaking steel. So I see. Okay. Well, I'm sorry they failed you. I had someone lose out. I see. My Facebook prompts me. I'm so sorry. I'll send a sad face. They had ordered glasses so that her family could watch the eclipse, and they didn't arrive. So Amazon let them down. I'm assuming they've gotten a hold of it. Amazon guys, believe it or not, if you look into it, they're just a big post office. People pay Amazon to post their things to the client. The client pays you to bring it to them. Now they'll tell you that you don't have to pay for any tax. Well, no, they done tripled it. They can pay the tax. Trust me, you pay the tax. And it took me a little while to figure that out. The deal that is so cool though with Amazon is you can find anything. If you're looking for the right boot of the astronaut, Neil Armstrong from '69, they've got it. They're pretty good, but technically a post office, but a worldwide post office that has access to every business. I mean, it's one heck of a thing they got going on there. Make a lot of money. Make a lot of money. Same with YouTube. It's purposes for entertainment only. So if you have not gotten on, but you do want to get on, again, just type in YouTube on whichever search engine you use. I stick with Google, although Bing throws a lot my way. So I have to disable Bing because I don't like it. I've used Google since we were AOL, if anybody remembers what that was. I mean, it was the first thing we had. Well, we had word processors in between. Yeah, that was fun learning that in college. And they changed that bitch in 6 months. So I can't tell you what I paid for mine. And of course, we did not have a president who was taking care of all of our college debt. No, that was my third job to take care. You love it. Yeah, I love it. I'm going to hit him in the mouth. I mean, bring it on. I'm waiting for the black helicopters. I'm bored. They have good coffee in here. I'm at the VA like once a month, so I've never been really uninformed as far as certain things go. You can't go over a certain thing in any military at any age, or however long you've been out. If you've ever held a clearance, you don't ever break that. You don't ever open your mouth on that. Not me, no way. I joke and say I'd like to have them out there. I would. I wouldn't mind a helicopter. I've been a long time. So, but would I break any oaths that I took? No, not on you, bibbies. I'm sorry. No, no. It's no, no. For instance, myself and my ex-mother-in-law, she was a great woman. We got along great. She was the only one to beat me in typing by one word. It would not do another test. We both had the highest clearances you could get. And we were working on putting together the food stamp program. And when we got it ready and released it, it's still the program that you use today, except you don't use the little card looking things that look like money. You now have a card because they want everybody to have plastic cards so you don't look like you're using food stamps, which is pretty cool. So, I mean, that kind of clearance that you must have, and I won't explain why, but you have to have a high clearance to get in there, even have an idea. So that was I swear, the most fun I had was the 4th of July kickoff. Everybody comes. It's free. It's at the monument, the Washington Monument. We called it the mall. It's got the reflecting pond and all that there. And that's where everybody would gather because there was water too. I mean, it's always hot in July. But the Beach Boys would be playing. Everybody's running around and smoking. And I got a ride back because I'd left my son with my grandmother on top of the building we worked in. And because she knew I wanted to go down. She said, "Just go. I'll keep the baby." She was pretty cool. And I got a ride back with an officer who was on horseback. Best day for a long time I had. I mean, I had a great time. I really did. And he didn't go straight back to my building either. He said he had to do this. Oh, it was fun. It was just a lot of fun. So, I mean, I have been able to have that kind of life. I'm more than grateful. You got your ups, you got your lows, but when you look back on it, which we all do at our age, and we think, man, the kids today are so screwed. I mean, I don't mean that in a way that's bad. I'm just saying they're screwed. They're not outside on their bikes. We bought our first grandson. We have two grandchildren. They have each of them have a different mother, but we have five. On my husband's side, there's three, and on my son's side, there's two. They're half and half. And my grandson is half brother to the other two girls on his side. So I always get kind of confused. Yeah. So I have two granddaughters that still aren't grown, which would be Lily, and then my granddaughter down here, who is Zoe, who's my son's. So yeah, are you confused? Anybody confused? Okay, we're clear. Just checking. Yeah, I'm the only one here. People wonder why do I laugh a lot? Well, shoot, sugar even. I mean, if not, that's what I'd be doing all day long. And I hate accounting. It's okay when you're using it this way and you've got your stuff. No, I'm going over here to find receipts. The husband didn't give me receipts, but believes I will remember that. I knows for a fact I won't. I know, but then it's my fault. I don't have to remember. I told you, kind of. Yeah, I know. And I got an anniversary coming up, and I'm thinking about just for my anniversary. I'm just leaving for a couple days. I'll call. I'll send a text. I'm over here at the rodeo or whatever. I need to get away myself. It's cute. Men are really cute. They're always going, I need to get away. I need to get away. I want to take the boat. I want to go fishing. And we women go, okay, great, because we just bloody don't want them at the house. And little women say that. Little women say that. Oh, no, my Lord. But I mean, you talk about a cluster muck. Yeah, you try that one. Oh, you got a boyfriend. You got four boyfriends. You're just going out for that. And so I'm like, okay, what next? Because you can't just take off because then the marriage thing goes wonky. They're the only ones allowed to get out, and you're allowed, like I said, glad because they left. So I saw up on Facebook, and I mentioned it a minute ago that I don't know them, of course, but they're wondering if anybody has glasses to see the eclipse because Amazon let them down. So oh, there goes my eyes. So if anybody who's watching this has any glasses for the solar eclipse that are extra, um, try and see if you can find them. They probably hit the mark at chat as well on Facebook here in Augusta for sure. I mean, because I answered them. Oh my eyes. Anyway, so I mean, I hope someone can help them. Usually, Robert and I do the same thing. We'll get extra ones. So if there's anybody in the city of Augusta or Grovetown, they live in a suburb of Grovetown, just an exit away. So I'm wondering how many others that Amazon let down. But if there's anybody out there that has extra ones, look these guys up. Check Marketplace for Augusta, and I'm sure there's some of us here that has some. and are willing to give them off. I think they're willing to buy it too. My husband says the safest for me would be inside of his welding helmet. He said the safest thing for me is being in the house. I can sit out there and be bored and go, ooh, look, you can see a sliver of the sun. No, I have too many things to do and I can't sit still that long. And I can see it on whatever channel as far as that goes. And they'll do it in real time, but they'll do it fast. That's good for me. I don't want to go out there and sit. It's going to be kind of muggy and hot. It's spring here in Augusta, so the weather is just not helping at all. We still have the one hot house that the tree fell on. It's still standing, kind of, sort of. I've got pretty much everything out of it. So we have planted pots everywhere because all the plants, I couldn't save. Robert saved quite a few of my plants, but I'm glad I didn't save all of them. When I look at how many pots are out there, I'm like, no, God. you know. So I'm like, I'm good to go with that too. So again, anybody that wants to or has a set of solar eclipse glasses, throw something out in the marketplace. If you're in Augusta, please. If you're not, whatever. I mean, you can do it wherever you're at. I'm sure there are people that don't have them. I think my husband found a pair, but again, it's not my thing. Although I did hear prophetically that you're not supposed to go outdoors for the 3 days of darkness. And apparently, the solar eclipse, it does make a weird path. I've never seen that algorithm before, but I did see it about 3 or 4 days ago. The eclipse actually makes an X through certain areas, but when it comes through, it crosses itself, and that's never been done in recorded history. And believe it or not, we do have the clay tablets from Nineveh who backtracked, thousands of years as well. And we're looking at, even if we don't take it for value what they said happened before, you're still looking at 12 to 13,000 years of observations. The Vatican themselves, that for a long time had the largest observatory of the stars that was on the planet. That's saying something. I think it's so cute when people they don't know their history at all. Well, the Pope is this, the Pope is that. Really? Well, the Pope in 1482 had a standing army, went out and killed whole cities. You know, what kind of person wants you to kiss their hand? Their ring. What? What? I, I can't imagine. And I've seen Jesus. It's Jesus Barroso in his own language. Um, I can't imagine that man one time asking you to kiss his ring or even allowing you to do so. He only said give to the Father. Okay? He didn't say anything about himself except he was a messenger and that we could all do this. And I like the parable of the mustard seed. If you had a faith in the Lord, the size of a mustard seed, you could tell that plant to get up and walk itself over there and go there and put its roots down. And when he did it, he said it, he did it. So and there are many masters, Buddha, Muhammad, I can't think of all of them, as a matter of fact. There are many. So this is kind of a sacred day for everybody. And in certain cases, like I said, they're equating it with uh, different revelations. And even I have to admit, even using the Geneva Bible, the Julian Bible, people don't even know what Bible they use. The Julian Bible, and the James Bible. That's just the Bible. And God help you, the Old Testament isn't written or was not put together by Catholics or Christians or whatever we call ourselves. No, the Torah is what you have for the Old Testament. I don't know how people don't pick up on that. The other thing I don't understand why people don't pick up on it is Moses. They put a baby in a reed basket, floated it down the Nile because Herod was killing all the kids of 2 and under. Okay, so off the kid goes down there. Who finds him? Anybody? Okay, I get it. The Pharaoh's daughter finds this baby in a reed basket, and she smuggles it back in, and she raises it as her own. That means that boy that she found in a reed basket was in line for the throne to be Pharaoh. I don't know which one, but he was in line to the throne to be Pharaoh. So, do you still think his name was Moses or Tutmosis? I like that one. It totally flusters cardinals. If you ever get to talk to one, give him that one. You want to see him dance, but I digress. But still, I didn't catch it myself till I started in my teens, I think early teens, to investigate other religions as well. I'd already been thrown out of the other ones. They told my mother I was a communist. I still love that. So yeah, it's not hard to go from Tutmosis to Moses at all. Um, but even if you just look at the series or go to Bible school or whatever, you're gonna see somehow this guy named Moses frees his people. And he kills a worker supposedly of Pharaoh and has to run because they're going to kill him because he killed this guy. Truthfully, guys, he was a prince in line for the throne of a king. So that's to recognize that maybe the Pharaoh and so forth. And so, no, he would have had to run. He could have killed 20 of them. Nobody would have raised an eyebrow. Yeah, he was in line for the throne, literally. If you look at the pharaonic texts of that time, and his name was Tutmosis. Doesn't that sound like it's more of a ringer than just Moses? Yeah, it does. It's just like the guards of the Pope still wear the uniforms designed by who? Show of hands. Anybody? Want to guess? Michelangelo. They have worn the same uniform since Michelangelo designed them in 51. Uh, Check me, I'm not that great on dates, but still a long time. And they used to run armies. And basically, they had armies of mercenaries when there wasn't a war going on. The Pope could send them over there to do this. Basically, just razz it, a little bit, get all their stuff right back to them. Yeah, these guys, there's a lot of stuff that new that's not only stolen, but they murdered and murdered and murdered and murdered. I'm talking murder for a couple thousand years, unstoppable murder. They had babies, they lied, they sold this, this is an evil, and I've had to peel those onion layers back and been shocked at the fact that, as far as I can see, the church that is not a church is the Catholic Church. And that's where I was raised. And I still do the rosary. Mother Mary was as real as me. Jesus was as real as me. You can't run around for 2,000 years hearing about a couple folk. Come on, there's got to be something to it. It's like the flood. And yeah, they found it. There's a boundary line. The, you know, what I really wanted to know is how we went from horse and buggy in 60 years to standing on the moon. Either that or it was a really good movie. Yes, it depends on how you talk. It does. It really does. Uh, I'm sorry. I smoke my cheroots when I'm on because it's something that my husband lets me do. It's very nice of him, and he goes and gets it for me. I don't get them. He even found one that's wine flavored, and it's so wonderful because it reminds me of the cheroots I used to pick up in France back in my day when I was over there. I'm sure it's the same now. You could jet around and go to any country you wanted to. Jump on the ferry and run into England, and so I was always running, literally, the camera, and running around. But there were times you couldn't do that, if it was open. Not that they actually used to close and lock them. Today they do. It killed me to see Notre Dame burn down. I just I had so many feelings because I went to Notre Dame many times and lit candles and prayed for several people. But to see it destroyed completely, oh God, that was horrific. And I still can't really accept it. Windsor Castle, when it was burning and the entire countryside was running in and out to save what they could, while the fire department did what they had to do, which was to put it out, and they managed it. They managed to get it out, but it had done horrific damage, and it was repaired. It took, I think, 20 odd million to do so. And the Britons themselves said, "Well, who's paying for that? I'm not paying for that. If you want to live in that castle, you better fix it for yourself." And it turns out that the family did spend their own money to repair Castle, the Windsor Castle. So I was very glad to see they could save that, and it's open again. You can take tours. I always joke that when I cross over, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run around. I'm going to sightsee everyone that wants to charge me. Make the sheets move, maybe. Those are the funny ones to me, too. I demand you show yourself. I'll show myself and slap the piss out of you. They slap you once and slap you again and slap you one more time just for fun. Tell folks. I mean, why the hell do none of these Ghostbusters or whatever they all want to call themselves nowadays? I come down to one of them asking, "What the hell are you doing here still?" I mean, it's a basic answer. Don't they want to know where they're going when they die? And the other thing I think is funny is, oh, this place had a lot of people hanging. They hung folk here. So they don't, that's their idea of being haunted. What? Really? They hung this guy in 1632. You think he stuck around? There seemed to be, yes, something to this, and I do investigate it. There is paranormal activity. It's increasing a lot. But my question would still be, what the hell are you doing here? Man, I still don't get why people want iced coffee. I have found nothing yet that will keep my coffee even lightly warm. I usually, as you see, use a little China cup, thinking I'll get through that small amount of coffee before it's cold. Not a chance. It's like them telling you, lipstick bugs me. I just wear that so I do the whole mask thing so I don't scare children. There's a bus over here. But I see my time is coming up. So again, I wanted to go over the YouTube thing. It's free. If you already have it, it's free to tickle that bell, which gives you a subscription. It pull me up anytime. It's free. You could turn it off just as fast as you turned it on. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I haven't had a chance to get into it yesterday or the day before. I've been wide open. But I need to get in there and find out if our algorithms went up, and we're still here. Again, if you guys want me to do something or talk about something, we have live stream. I've had a couple of you guys out there today. I'm sending more hearts. Let's see. I mean, it's. I can only do this while I'm on live chat, and I try to talk to you. So in live chat, and it goes by real fast on my lines. So I generally would just send, an emoji. I love that. Yeah, it's like cuneiform writing. Anybody know what cuneiform writing is? Anybody know what cursive is? I teach both my grandchildren to write cursive. And my grandson, I don't know what the hell he's writing down. It ain't his name. But you have to do that these days because I want them to print. I mean, really, seriously, I still use shorthand. It's just write it down fast. Of course, now it's not so bad when I make a grocery list anymore. It's on a post-it. It used to be, it's not posted. I need two things that fit in the glove box, and it's 102.50. They had to add tax. Texas, by the way, does not tax you for gas, does not tax you for food. There is no state tax, there is no county tax, and there is no school tax. That's five taxes, folks, that got added to my check when I moved here. I remember the very first check I got. I was holding on to it. Who the hell is FICA? And why are they taking half my check? I was like 15. My dad was unreasonably angry because Roosevelt had instituted like Medicaid, Social Security, and all that. And my dad, before he went in the military, worked at the CCC camps that Roosevelt had started trying to get us out of depression. And I said, so he went through all of that. And then, of course, Roosevelt was replaced by Truman. But either way, all of those things that they put in place to steal from, as Dad put it, were still going on and they were getting higher. And I agree with my father. He was the one that said that the mobs, they sat down their Tommy guns, they put on a suit and tie, and they went to D.C. He was so right. I used to argue with him all the time because he unfortunately drank a lot of beer. And if I'd have been in his position, I'd have had some alcohol that was a lot stronger than beer. But we got along fairly well. But he challenged me a lot, and I was young and cocky. And there are certain things I wish now that I hadn't said to him, but I think he knows that. But I see my time is coming up, and my husband has to escape. So I have to throw this in the can for now anyway. I hope y'all are out there. Come see me. Hit the bell. Hit the like. You didn't like it? Say so. Hit the down. I don't give a damn. I do, but at this point, I, I I think most people want me to fail. It's been well over a month. I think we're 2 months in, and I still don't have 1,000. I don't have any friends for a reason because I can't talk about hair and makeup all day. I just can't do it. Babies, just lots of baby talk. I can't do it. I'd rather look up where the Egyptian room was found and things like that. So hit that button. Come talk to me. Sit up here at the bar. You don't have to be at this particular bar. You can put your own bar together and talk to me. And if I just throw a heart at you, I will pull you up later and have a chat, okay? So I couldn't do this without you guys. I don't know what to tell you. Keep me in your thoughts. Throw that like in there. If you're already a subscriber, you can still like. It doesn't add much to it, but it does add to it. And again, I can't do it without you. Love you guys. Have a great start of the week and go kick its bus. And I see my husband's yelling for me to get up. So, toodles.